I'll rephrase it to say what makes a good teammate.
So I think there are probably like two big traits that I think of as like kind of a good teammate. Probably the first one is how you take willingness to accept feedback from others. How you not only your reaction to feedback, but also do you do anything with that feedback? And then probably another one is probably just how much better are the teams that you're on? How do you contribute to growth? And I think that kind of like exuding a positive attitude and having a positive outlook on things is kind of important. I mean, kind of what happens a lot of times in our development world is a lot of times we'll be working or spend a lot of times on features that are not really used by the end users. And there's a lot of complaints about that. So maybe like instead of like joining in and saying like, oh, they never use this piece and we've developed and we spent hours on it, kind of look at it the other way and say, wow, that was really cool how we were able to get these 4 systems to talk to each other. Even though they're not using it here, you know, it'd be great to implement it in this next project, or even like maybe we could rework another project that that can implement that method or something like that. So I think that kind of that positive outlook helps. And then, like I mentioned, the trait about willingness to accept feedback. I've been in retrospectives where feedback is simple. There was an actual comment of something to the effect of, when I came back from lunch, I didn't have a chair to sit in. And that's when you get that feedback, that's like a pretty easy thing to fix as a leader. However, in this instance, the leader took it as more of a personal attack and more explained why the chair wasn't there. And while it's understandable that the project overall didn't go as well, so the leader was kind of frustrated, that's something that's kind of under the leader's control, and that's something that they can easily fix. So if instead the project leader had kind of listened to that feedback and accepted it and worked on the next project to take that back and fix that small issue, I think it would have helped the team grow. But in that instance, we had another project with that leader, and it really didn't go well. And it was simple things like not enough room to work, not enough space. So if they had kind of accepted and listened to that feedback initially, we would have had a much better outcome. There's like a kind of a good quote from this NBA coach, Doc Rivers, that I saw. It's average players want to be left alone, good players want to be coached, great players want to be told the truth. So kind of learning to that, you know, this is the truth, accepting it and trying to figure out how you can fix it. I think those are some traits that make a good teammate.